Thank you very much, sir. I would like to bow to my elder, the eldest man in the room. Good afternoon, sir. And to the woman that all of us should be proud of, Madam Right Honorable. Thank you. My leaders, my elders, all of you politically are my leaders. I greet you. I have come today to tell you who I am, why I'm running, and to ask you not to support me, but to support yourself. And if you really want to support yourself, you will support yourself through me. And let me make a pledge to you. The main reason I'm running is that I grew up in this town. From a baby to 1 year before I went to America. I went to St. Stephen's Primary School on St. Stephen's Street between 2nd and 3rd Secular. Unfortunately, by the time I was born, my parents had begun to have small money, so they forgot to teach me how to speak Benin. But I speak Ishan very well. But all my senior brothers speak Benin more than they speak Ishan. So we are a family that is here and in Esa. And the truth is that, before I continue with my introduction, the theme of my campaign is Oba Mahi. We are all one. We are all one. So I grew up here. I went to Edo College. Some of the key people in this town are people that I know very well. Osage Izeyamo. I don't know him as Osage because in Edo College, in Akenswa House, where we were together, where he was my house prefect, I was a junior boy then, we called him Felebe. So I know him as Felebe. Anselm Ojeswa also grew up on St. Stephen's Street. His house was opposite my house. I don't know him as Anselm. I know him as Daddy. So if you want to shock him, when you see him next time, call him Daddy, he will be shocked. So, if you will permit me, I think that this team here, all of you, the leaders, deserve a resounding round of applause. Please, a loud one for yourselves. Why am I doing that? Because with no shishi, you all worked hard and defeated APC, PDP in Edo South Senatorial District. You deserve a resounding applause. What everybody said was impossible, you made it possible. And you showed everyone that it's not only about money. What I will encourage you is that it's very easy to be discouraged by working so hard, sacrificing so much, and at the 99th hour, it looks like it's stolen. But what you did and what you earned and what you learned and what you developed can never, ever be taken away from you. The legacy you have left can never ever be taken away from you. People like myself are now standing on top of that legacy, and for that I thank all of you. I am here today to seek your support, but I'll make a pledge to you. If at the end of all this you conclude, after looking at all the aspirants, that there is somebody that you believe can make our state better than I can do, trust me, I will take my money, my time, my resources, my contacts, and join you to support that person. Because this is not about me. This is about our great state. Let me tell you something. I arrived in America on January 3rd, 1983. I wish my father, may his soul rest in peace, was still alive. We had a great state. We had a great town. We had great educational institutions. I feel sorry for the youths because you don't know what we enjoyed. Let me tell you, when I got to America, after 3 weeks, I phoned my father. Is this the America? Benin, but I'm coming home. I don't want to stay here again. Because the America that I got to in 1983 was less developed than Benin City. We can get back there. We can get back there. I don't want to take too much of your time because I want this to be more of an interactive session where you can ask me questions. Any doubts you have, I will answer. But there are a few points I want to make. I am a student of political science, and he talked about my simplicity and my humbleness. But in that humbleness, you are trying to pick somebody you will support. So I also should let you know what I'm bringing to the table. With me as a candidate, we will win this election because I have the financial resources. I have the financial resources. I am marketable. I have lived in each senatorial district. I lived most of my life in Benin City. I used to go to farm with my parents in Edo Central. And after I graduated from Edo College, I spent 1 year in Auchipoli before I went to the United States. There are three things that are the currency of politics. The first one is you must have followers. I'm talking to you because you have followers. You must have followers. If you don't have followers, nobody will talk to you in politics. That's the good news. The bad news is that if you have followers, you must have money, because when they have problems, they'll come to you. So politics needs followers, it needs money. But the main reason people get into politics is to make a difference in the lives of their fellow citizens in their community, to make a difference in their own life and the lives of their family members and their friends. But there is no bigger way to make that difference than to be in government. Therefore, a good politician also looks for hope, which is the most powerful thing a politician should look for, a good one. The hope that you will be in government. But that hope must be credible. Must be credible. So, all of you are good politicians. If you are not, you wouldn't have won this election as you did. And you are in government already at the center. But you have all it takes to be in government here. All you have to do is pick the right candidate. And that right candidate must have money, not for you, but for you to be able to take care of your followers, for you to be able to prepare for election, to run election. And that person that you pick must be able to go toe-to-toe with PDP and APC, who have a lot of money. So when you look at all of those candidates that you are looking at, who are the ones that have that capacity? Financially, you must look at that. But it doesn't end there. You have to also remember that this election, truly and truly, Oshomole is not on the ballot. Obaseki is not on the ballot. But whoever you select as candidate is going to be running against Obaseki and Oshomole. So you must select somebody who is more powerful than them or as powerful as they are in Abuja and internationally. Otherwise, even if you win, you won't win. So, what I'm offering, and you can ask me questions if you want me to give details, what I'm bringing to the table is the ability to win the election, to protect the win, and to govern in a way that is inclusive of all of you, and a program. Not that I will get the office and start thinking about what I would do. When I get the office, we will start work immediately. I'm not thinking of my program. This is my program. This is what I will do. And I will take you through some of them. The foundation of life is water. How come water and power is a problem? The foundation of economy is money and energy. There is no money, there is no energy. In the first year, we will pick one town from each of the 18 local governments. And by the end of that first year, there will be water and power in each of those towns 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And this is not sloganeering, it is not talk. Go and check my track record. I have a track record of success. That is public information. That is public information. Without money, none of these things can be done. I will explain to you how I will do that. We have a big security problem nationwide, but more so in Edo, in the Niger Delta. Why? It's because there are no jobs. Young people that are idle must get money one way or the other and will create problems. We will tackle security in two ways. One, by making sure there is rule of law, and two, by making sure there is no need for crime. People who have jobs and are making money are more interested in making money than causing problems. So we will take care of security. We will do foundational infrastructure. What do I mean by foundational infrastructure? Anybody that comes and tells you I will do all infrastructure, first of all, doesn't know what he's talking about, and secondly, is not sincere. By foundational infrastructure, I mean that we will work on putting the infrastructure in place that is needed to expand the economy. I'll give you an example. When he was introducing me, he didn't tell you that when I was 29 years old, I was the senior vice president of sales operations for the Pepsi Cola company for the entire United States. Let me explain. When you pick up a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi, the cost of the Pepsi is about 5% of what you have bought. 70% of that cost is taking it from where it was manufactured to where you picked it up. That's what we call sales operations. Another word for it is logistics. Nigeria is a trading economy. You carry one thing from one place, take and go another place, sell them for higher price. You import something, clear them for port, carry and go somewhere, sell them for that place. Which means that everything that is bought in Nigeria, 70% of the value of that thing is logistics. I will transform Edo State to a logistics state. Let me tell you the implications of that. The implications of that, people don't know this. I went to the US when I was a small boy. Do you know that 70% of the men in the US are employed in logistics? It is a job spinner and a money spinner. In a trading economy like Nigeria, Nigeria's GDP is $500 billion. It means that 70% of that $500 billion, one way or the other, is logistics. So let's say we can only capture 30% of it. That means Edo State GDP on that alone will be $150 billion. How much money do we have now? $10 million a month. And the only thing we need for that is location, which God has given us already. With the location we have, we are 35 minutes from Cocoa Port if the road is good. We don't need to build any port. That port, nobody is using it. We just go to the federal government. In less than 2 months, we sign agreement with the federal government. They will concession the port to us. We run it. We drive traffic there and we are making money on it. We build warehouses in the major sales and distribution places. Onitsha, Lagos, Kano, Maiduguri, Sokoto. We have warehouses there. Somebody there can say, I'm importing something, I will clear it in Sokoto. They will come to Edo State warehouse in Sokoto and clear it. We will make the money. That's just one thing that we intend to do. Another thing is vocational training. This is the first year of vocational training. Why is vocational training necessary? Because the types of jobs we have now are artisan-related jobs. We will look at the population we have, the unemployed people. We'll look at the jobs that are available. We will train them to become good at those jobs so people are making money and the GDP of Edo State is expanding. I don't want to bore you with too much of this stuff, but by the time you have all the infrastructure that is necessary, for example, besides the port, let me give you another example. I have seen where news reports where the governor said that all these bad roads. When I was a boy, I used to drive from Benin to Uromi. It would take me 1 hour 15 minutes. I was shocked that now, when we go through Eboma, 4 hours, we haven't reached Uromi. But I was told that the reason for that is because it's a federal road Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? All you have to do as a governor is strike a deal with federal government. I have been an Abuja politician since 2002. I've been entering Villa in and out since 2002. Don't listen to the talk that they are talking. I have more access in Abuja, more access and more power in Abuja than any Edo politician. I've been there in and out. There's nobody I cannot reach in Abuja. And if I cannot reach them, I will use my power in Washington, D.C. and get the US government to force them or to call them. So, if we win election, nobody can rig us out. It's not possible. But if we don't rig, the type of party we have, if we don't win, we are people of integrity. We will come out and congratulate the person who won if we don't win. But we will win. Amen. We have what it takes. Did you not floor them in the last election? You can do it again now. You've done it before. So, let me tell you what I am. Somebody who told you, I will tell you what I can do. I will tell you what I cannot do. You will help me with the one that you know that I don't know. I will do the one that I know. And together, by God's grace, we will be in Osadebe Avenue in November. Let me tell you what I don't know. I don't know Labour Party politics. So I don't know how to get nomination. All of you people, you know how to get nomination. The one that I know how to bring $100 billion into Edo State for development. I'm not talking about loan, no. $100 billion investment, because I was a Wall Street executive managing $200 billion for American Express. Not today, 23 years ago. I am the youngest corporate controller in the history of Fortune 500 companies. In the entire history. I was 36 years old when I was corporate controller. There has never been a 36-year-old corporate controller, whether white, black, green, whatever color, that is 36 years old before me or after me. There has never been a black corporate controller in the entire history except me. So I know about money. I know how to bring money. I know how to use money. And you are all politicians. You know about election. Just look at them, my competitors, and ask yourself, if you were the one running for governor, is that how you will spend your money? Are they wise in the way they are running their nomination? Evaluate them in that way. So I don't know about that aspect. That's why I've brought politicians around me, and I'm here to appeal to you to help me in that way, so that you also help yourself. The side that I know, you can check my track record. There is nothing I have ever put my hand on that failed. Nothing in my entire history. So, look at all of us and ask yourself some questions. Who has the money? Who has the knowledge? Who has the experience? Who has the contacts? Who can win the election? And who is sincere enough to not win election and stop picking calls? The best way to do that is to look at all the people around me. Most of them have been with me for 20 years, some 35 years, some 40 years. Will you stay with somebody like that for 20 years, 25 years, for somebody who uses and dumps? If I bring $100 billion, which by the way, I already have the people that are ready to bring the money under certain circumstances. The credit rating has to be there, and I know how to create credit rating. Do you know that once I create the right credit rating for Edo State, the letterhead of Edo State is money. It's called commercial paper. That letterhead, together with properly structured projects like logistics and all that, translates to investment. That investment has to be done by people now. Contracts will go out to people.